I'm beginning to feel that I was right. What do you think?
Well, first of all, I will say to you straight away, George, I do not follow the talks in detail, but I do read some of the people like Tony Connolly of RTE or Peter Foster of the Financial Times, or indeed Adam Menon of the UK to Changing Europe, who do follow things closely. And certainly their advice 7 days ago was actually it's probably more likely that there'll be a deal or they're not. There's a lot of theatre going on. And certainly during the course of the last week, the European Union basically seems to have decided to give, rhetorically at least, Boris Johnson exactly what he was asking for, so acknowledging that there were going to have to be compromises on both sides and basically saying, yes, of course we understand the UK is a sovereign state, and signalling that they weren't necessarily going to be able to keep all the fish that they currently have. And that seems to have indeed been enough to get the talks back going again. The ground on which they're arguing is seemingly from an outsider, relatively narrow. It's about fish, which is a very small part of the UK economy, and it is about the rules under which the United Kingdom does or does not provide aid to our industries. And it is somewhat remarkable that a Conservative administration is apparently desperate to have the freedom to throw money at what some Conservatives would regard as failing industries, not a policy with which historically the Conservative Party has been associated. But apparently that's what the talks are stuck over. But certainly, I think perhaps now we have got to the stage where certainly I suspect that what's going on. Michel Barnier, as we've just heard, he's not checked out of his hotel. He's staying until the middle of this week. That suggests that at least the talks are going somewhere. And maybe, perhaps by the end of this coming week, beginning of the following week, Boris Johnson and the European Union will be presented by Frost and Barnier with the outline of a compromise.